spend some time talking with you now about septic systems on the lake. Now, I would say that probably 98% of all lakefront lots here on Lake Keowee have what we call gravity-fed septic systems. So there are properties in town, like within downtown Seneca city limits, that are on sewer. But here at Lake Keowee, typically if you buy a home or if you buy a lot to build, you would be wind up putting in a septic system. And with our septic systems, you have a couple of different options. We look at, they base it upon, when you get your septic permit, base it upon how many bedrooms that you're going to have in the house. They don't base it upon bathrooms. By basing upon bedrooms, which is what I'm talking about, they meaning Department of Health and Environmental Control, DHEC in South Carolina, they want to get to know how many people potentially might be sleeping in the house. So they base it off bedrooms. Most septic permits for people that I work with typically do a 4-bedroom septic on a house. So that requires right around 300 or so feet of linear drain fill for your property. So like I said, most cases 4 bedrooms is what we'd be applying for on a septic permit here at Lake Keowee if you did decide to buy a lot and put a house on it. So with the gravity fed systems, and I'm going to talk to you about this a little bit more here in my setback video that I'm talking about setbacks on the lake. But typically on the lake, you have the lake and then you have the 50-foot setback, and nothing can be built within a 50-foot setback of the lake. Then you would have your septic system, and then you would wind up having your house. So typically, just kind of a good rule of thumb is that if you wanted to build with a septic system here on Lake Keowee, gravity-fed septic system, typically your house would sit about 80 to 100 feet from the 800-foot setback on the lake, the 800-foot full pond contour at the lake. That way it provides you enough room to put your house in, put your gravity-fed septic system in, and still be within that, out of that 50-foot setback for the lake. I mean, obviously, and I'll talk about a little bit more here in just a moment, you could do a septic system where you actually build to the 50-foot setback and you actually pump your septic system behind you. But just a good rule of thumb to remember is 98% or so or more lots here on the lake, on Lake Keowee, are on septic systems. It's always a question a lot of people ask me all the time. Most people come from big towns where, they have sewer, or even smaller towns. A lot of them have sewer, but in this situation here at Lake Keowee, we mostly predominantly have septic system here on Lake Keowee, okay?